The 4M's with a deeper dive into the third M of metabolism. Greetings, Max McLeod, aka the Nutrition Ninja Doc, here to quickly review the 4M's and take a deeper dive into understanding the metabolism and how to improve its overall function and balance. I spent over 50 years intensely studying health, nutrition, fitness, and all kinds of natural therapies. I've learned a lot, yet I've barely scratched the surface. I'm constantly striving to put everything I've learned together and make it usable to improve my efficiency at helping people to achieve their health goals. Developing the 4M's concept is my latest insight and breakthrough. Quick review of the diagram of the 4M's. We've got microcirculation, mitochondria, metabolism, muscle. They all interrelate with each other multiple ways in multiple directions, and the overall overview helps to explain that a little bit better. We hear the term metabolism or metabolic regularly, but I find that most people don't really understand what the metabolism is. Metabolism is the sum total of all the electrochemical reactions that take place in our bodies, allowing for life itself, at least life on this physical plane of existence. The metabolism is extremely complex. Billions of reactions happen every second of every day, and they're all interrelated and interdependent. The energy that drives all those metabolic reactions comes from the mitochondria, if and when they're working properly. Once again, if the microcirculation is restricted, the nutrient and oxygen delivery will be restricted. That reduces the mitochondria's ability to produce ATP, which compromises one's metabolic efficiency. Most people hear about metabolism in relation to weight loss and dieting. In that context, they're mostly referring to the metabolic rate as opposed to the whole process of metabolism. Metabolic rate refers to how fast or slow a person's overall metabolism is. Someone with a fast metabolism will tend to be leaner and store less body fat. They typically get away with eating more without gaining weight. Someone with a slow metabolism will tend to be heavier and store more body fat. They will typically gain weight much easier and have a hard time losing it. There are several things that impact a person's metabolic rate: genetics, habits and activities, muscle mass, stress level, nutrition, thyroid function, and microbiome are all top factors that come to mind. Interestingly, all are modifiable with the right interventions. Yes, even our genetics. Adding quality muscle is one of the best and healthiest ways to boost one's overall metabolism. That's why men tend to have higher metabolisms than women. Consuming optimal levels of protein is another thing that can boost one's metabolism. Other things like getting plenty of sunlight and having optimal levels of vitamin D are also crucial. Metabolism consists of both anabolic and catabolic components. Anabolic refers to building things up, which consumes energy. Catabolic refers to breaking things down, which releases energy. Overall metabolism is a constant back and forth flux between breaking things down and building them up. It's about balance. Good little diagram here showing anabolic, taking small molecules that are assembled, into large ones, which requires energy. Catabolic is where large molecules are broken down into small ones where energy is released. The trillions upon trillions of metabolic electrochemical reactions that takes place every single day depend on two primary things: energy and enzymes. Although energy production is itself a primary function of metabolism, it is also required to carry on virtually all of the reactions. Enzymes are amazing substances without which life would not exist. They are long chains of proteins with other nutrients interspersed. They allow for chemical reactions to happen much faster and with less energy than would happen without them. Almost 3,000 different enzymes vital to metabolism have been identified so far. Enzymes facilitate electrochemical reactions that simply would not happen without them. They're made from proteins and require specific nutrients that serve as cofactors or coenzymes for the enzyme to work. They also require the right environment, the right temperature and pH in particular. Here's a diagram that's a gross oversimplification. In summary, the major metabolic pathways, just to give a bit of perspective on how complicated our metabolism is. Here's another diagram. It's a bit more complete, but still quite simplified. My point is that no one fully understands the metabolism and all its components, and no one can micromanage it. All we can do is support it. That is what the 4M's approach is all about. So the take-home message is that the metabolism is extremely complicated and that we can't micromanage it consciously. What we can do is support it by providing all of the vital nutrients it needs and supporting the other 3M's of microcirculation, mitochondria, and muscle. Muscle is our largest and most metabolically active system. It is also our primary metabolic reserve. It's the only place where protein is stored, can be easily accessed, and replaced. Muscle is also where most of our mitochondria are located, and the main means to increase their activity, volume, and numbers. If the microcirculation is restricted, the mitochondria cannot function properly and will not make sufficient ATP needed to fuel the metabolism properly. That compromises one's metabolic efficiency and health. Hopefully, it is self-evident that all 4 of the M's are interdependent. The microcirculation feeds our cells and mitochondria. The mitochondria package energy into ATP to run our metabolism. The metabolism is what allows for life and our very existence. The muscles are our primary metabolic reserve of protein and mitochondria. They also contain most of our microcirculation. If the microcirculation is restricted, the mitochondria become damaged and metabolic efficiency becomes compromised. That compromises one's overall health, leading to disease. I end with the illustration of the 4M's as a simplified tool to help you understand the underlying cause and mechanism of all chronic disease processes. It's also the key to helping your body to heal and recover from all chronic disease processes, as well as to recover from most, if not all, acute injuries. If you find this information useful and empowering, go to ARTC-Health or contact us to learn more about how we can assist you on your health quest.